Hello. I'm taking a break from my usual um, videos in order to talk about my newest course that I'm offering called Tantra for Transcending. And this course is a internet course similar to Magick for Mystics. It has a series of units, and it should take a few months usually for a person to complete it. Except that while Magick for Mystics was about Western magic, occultism, Tantra for Transcending is all about Tantra, which is the Eastern magic, you could say, the Eastern process of self-transformation. And if you've enjoyed my videos, if you like my teachings on Facebook, and more importantly, if you're looking for an instruction on how to engage in a daily practice that can work towards transforming your state of awareness, then Tantra for Transcending might be for you. So people have spoken a lot about Tantra in the last few decades in the West, and a lot of it, not to say wrong necessarily, but let's say not really getting to the core of what Tantra really is. Some of the people who've looked into it a little more might think, well, Tantra is a type of Buddhism, or others might say it's a type of Hinduism. And in fact, there's Hindu Tantra and there's Buddhist Tantra. But Tantra doesn't belong to either of those. Tantra is its own thing. It's its own teaching with its own essence. It's an esoteric system of self-transformation, the same way that you have mysticism in Christianity, mysticism in Islam, mysticism in Judaism, the Kabbalah and alchemy. You have these secret currents. And one of these secret currents is Tantra in the East. It's a system that appeared in the Himalayan mountains, and in that area there were both Hindus and Buddhists, and so it entered into both of those traditions. Tantra adapts itself to different times and places. And what I want to do in this course is create a set of practices that aren't about teaching you Hinduism or about teaching you Buddhism. They're not about trying to imitate the East, but rather they're how to apply the essence, the formula of Tantra in a context that works for you, and that you can use it in your life here in the West in the 21st century. Some people think that Tantra is, because even among certain schools in Buddhism, like the Tibetan Buddhists, it's considered the highest level of practice, or one of the highest. Dzogchen also rates pretty high. It's seen as something that you have to be a monk or you have to dedicate yourself totally to, and you might be concerned, well, can I take this class and still go on with my life? How intensive is it? Well, the practical answer is that the class is as intensive as you want it to be. There's no timetable in which you have to complete each unit. That's up to you, and it depends on your initiative when you complete it and where you complete it and whether you complete it. But more importantly, Tantra itself is not a system that requires that one separate from one's life. On the contrary, it's all about how to use your life, how to use your everyday events, how to use your everyday struggles, how to use your everyday routines, how to use everything that you already do in order to create transformation in yourself, in order to generate hyper-awareness, super consciousness. And even though today mostly it's monks in the East that practice it, that's because the system was co-opted by these monastic orders, be they Hindu or Buddhist. In fact, Tantra began with non-monks, non-monastic practitioners, and all of the greatest practitioners, or almost all of them, were not monks. And they were people that stayed in the world and practiced in the world. They didn't go off to some monastery. They interacted with the world around them. And the ones that were monks that were really great tantric practitioners were that in spite of being monks, not because they were monks. So Tantra is not something about running away from your life, from reality, right? On the contrary, it demands that you engage yourself in your life as much as possible. And I should note also, because it's going to inevitably come up, that in the West, since the 1970s or so, Tantra has come to mean this kind of new age teaching about sacred sex or how to be a better lover or something like that. And this isn't really very close to what real Tantra is about at all. And this course isn't going to be about that sort of Tantra, that kind of touchy-feely, connect to your partner sort of Tantra. Now, although this course will talk about sexuality in the context of Tantra, because sex is one important part of Tantra, but it's a small part. It's important, but it's a very tiny part of the bigger picture of what Tantra is all about. Tantra is about using everything you can to transform your awareness. It's a very street legal kind of practice. It's a practice that's all about using whatever means are around you. It's like magic in that sense. Tantra is, in a way, the magic of the East. That the point is to operate with the tools around you, the elements around you, to create transformation. And it's not about transformation in the sense of escaping this world. Moksha, liberation in the tantric sense, is about reuniting everything. It's about reconnecting, rectifying everything. So it's not about saying, I'm not the body, running away from the body. It says you are the body. It says that everything is here and everything is real, and everything exists, and you have to unite to everything that exists. So the practice of Tantra is all about using those intense things, good and bad, in your life in order to transform yourself. And this course will kind of be organized along the lines of some of the big things, some of the big issues that we can use, some of those big tools that we have in this body, in this temple, in order to transform ourselves. It's divided into 5 sections, 5 units, which are life, love or devotion, death, sex, and awakening, or the quest for awakening, spiritual longing, and how we can make use of each of these tantrically to transform ourselves. It's going to have, like I said, a new perspective on Tantra. It's a Tantra for the 21st century, for the Western culture, and mainly it's focused on Tantra you can use. But it's also going to have included in the course a collection of sutras that are classical tantric texts. Included in the course is a new translation I've made of the Shiva Sutras. There's going to be some new sutras, like the Tantra Manifesto, and these are teachings, tantric teachings. And it's also going to use the traditional techniques of Hindu and Buddhist Tantra, but in an up-to-date, modern way for the new aeon, for the new age. So if you're interested in the course, please contact me privately by email or on Facebook. I'll be making a Facebook event page, but you can just contact me directly. The cost of the course is $75, and that's for now. The price might go up in the future if we offer it again. So make sure to connect to it as quickly as you can. And like with Magick for Mystics, I'll be making a closed Facebook group for Tantra for Transcending, for people that are participating or alumni in the future of this course, where there'll be a lot of additional discussion and information that will be shared, and the opportunity to talk about our practices and to interact with this system of Eastern alchemy. I hope that you'll all consider giving it a chance, and I look forward to hearing from those of you who want to take the class. Thank you very much.